Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. So, I've got a bit of a story, and I'm going to preface this by saying apiphobia warning. If you know what it is, relevant, fine, you can skip the intro. Okay, so the other morning, I think it was yesterday morning, there was this wild buzzing sound in our downstairs of our house, and the cat was so alarmed, and she drew me to it, and I saw or heard this thing on the other side of a curtain and was terrified. I actually do have apiphobia, so it is a big deal for me. I hate bees, is what that is. And so my SO comes downstairs and we attempt to solve this problem, and it is a I I will not kid you, it is a 45-minute genuine combat against a 4-inch hornet, and it is the most terrifying thing I think I've experienced in recent history. So, I think I wanted to spin this intro as if anyone else has any phobias that they've been forced to face recently. This could be obvious ones like arachnophobia or something like that, but it also could be some of the more esoteric ones like perhaps thalassophobia or something like that. I don't know, it's just kind of an interesting moment. A lot of people tell me that, hey, if you face your phobia, you'll overcome it. And I'm going to be real with you, friends. Absolutely not. It requires concentrated therapy to pull that kind of stuff off. And the truth is that this traumatic experience was not never going to solve that problem. So, kind of a wild opener. It was so nonsense. Even the disposal of the body after we dealt with the Hornet was an ordeal for us because it was so big. And there's something about that, just the size of the thing that makes it tough. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on it. I'm giving myself the heebie jeebies, as it were, but we'll go ahead and play some Monster Train instead. What did we do last time? We had 217 wins in the series. Oh, yeah, it was a pretty sad Chief run. I don't know. I've had some good ones, I've had some bad ones, but this one was pretty rough. It was a Dreg starter with Spine Chief, which was tough, and ultimately Soul Cripple absolutely saves the universal run. It was a very weak run overall. Bad Chomp, Decayer 1, Corruptor 2. We had a Wickless Baron infused into a Glareminder with no multi-strike or anything of note. I think he ended up with an Echo Stone and a Battle Stone or something terrible. The only thing we also had was an endless stealth tomb, so we could keep our floor alive, but we could barely do damage, and we only pulled it off at the end with that soul cripple, so pretty wild. I'm pretty sure it's one of the lowest scoring wins I've ever had, so unfortunate. Hopefully today's Shardtail Queen run will be better, so. But hey, fair enough. You can't win them all, well, comfortably. You can win them all, but they're not always going to be easy or fun. So, hey, no worries. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get in on it. So, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see how this goes. Yeah, let's do it. Queen, hopefully we get some good imp stuff. Ooh, this is spicy so far. Love to see it. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. I've been dealing with challenges sleeping lately. It's tough because the earlier I go to bed, the worse I sleep in general. So even if I try to be a normal human being going to bed before midnight or something, I just end up waking up at 6 a.m. or something and feeling miserable and not knowing what to do with my mornings. It's very bizarre. I just don't sleep for a lot of numerical hours. It's like 6 hours at best, and I never feel well rested. Just kind of a bizarre circumstance. There's got to be stuff I can do about it. I've got a nicer bed, I've got nicer pillows, I've got tools, I've got compression blankets, and a whole bunch of things I've tried. And, of course, I've tried going to a doctor or whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to get into that kind of thing here, but really the thing it comes down to is that it's not easy to solve. It's some people just sleep less, and sometimes sleep is less beneficial. I don't know. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully you all are doing better than that. It's not terrible. And look, I'm not trying to complain. It's actually not that bad, but It is a mild annoyance, and it was on my mind because I did literally just wake up, so here we are. Anyway, today we are Exile, Hellhorned, Exile, Awoken. We're facing Plating Seal, Daedalus, Spell Shield, Fell, and Chaste Seraph. A really strong opener in Ritual of Battle, Razor Sharp Edge, and Tiresome Climb. These cards are all nuts. Huge offensive scaling. It's a little expensive, but very good. And then Tiresome Climb is just, that's a solution to survivability, which is incredible. So I love to see it. Very cool. Let's see. Now temple-wise, we have temples on 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, that's it. And that's not too bad. There's at least one in the late game, which is fine. It could be worse. I think this is an acceptable spread, right? You get one before Daedalus, one after Daedalus, and then you get one in the mid game and one in the late game. It's not my ideal positioning, but still pretty good. We have the dupe on 8 on Steel side, nothing special about it. Good magic shop on 7. Competes with a money trinket shop and cave. This clan combo does have some good trinkets. It's going to depend a lot on what I'm looking for, though, as is always the case, but if I have an excess of cash here, this could be very powerful. And if I don't need the magic shop. Remember, I am root seeds, so magic shops are very strong. Strong vortex and steel shop on 6. My random hellvent on the other side with a horde. It's okay. That money side maybe leads into the trinket shop, but that doesn't power you up very much overall, so we'll see. Another good steel on 5 with removals and a cave. I do like it. Competes with a magic. There's an okay magic shop with Awoken banner on 4. Vortex is on the Hellhorned banner side. Double banner ring 4 is not common, but it does happen. It's not uncommon either. It's kind of in the middle. It's like a 50-50 or something. Early game we get Steel Shop, Hellhorned banner, Magic Shop, Awoken banner on 2. We do get another Steel Shop on 3 with health, unfortunately. It competes with Hellvent, Awoken banner. We'll see. The double steals do mean we miss in the mid game. You can kind of see it. We miss on 4, and I think the other one we miss on is 7. I don't mind that spread because then you at least get something on 5 and 6, especially because the 5 and 6 steel shops are so good here. We should be okay. No real concerns. We have no pings, but we do have access to Tiresome Climb, and Razor Sharp Edge is a pseudo ping early, so we'll see. Cursed Vines is nuts. I'm going to click it. Although Split Anvil with the Ritual of Battle can be outrageous. Man, I love Cursed Vines here. Cursed Vines here does so much work, but I think Split Anvil is just hard to skip. It's really hard to skip. I'm going to Split Anvil. That's a very difficult decision. Imperialist it is. Fine. I don't feel like Imparade is not needed. We don't need the scaling here with all that we have. I can upgrade these and make them powerful. Imperialist will overall be more value for the run. Maybe she ends up being a backline management tool. Let's take the Horde. Thorn Fruit. Now there we go. Alright, sure. I'll take it. I like that. Thorn Fruit's always kind of nice to have in a similar vein to Cursed Vines. I can take the Mark of Invasion. I don't want to call it free, but I can take it because of the Thorn Fruit value. We immediately pop something out. Yeah, so it's as simple as Queen Zimpling, you sting, you drop Shardtail Queen, we clear it, no problem, and then I get double Root Seeds here. This prevents a lot of problems. Yeah, so we get the Ritual, which makes a whole bunch of stuff free. We can then sting. I can ascend one of these guys. I can Razor Sharp for money here, which I will do. And then I can double Root Seeds. A very strong turn. I trade 6 health for it, and 3 health to the Pyre, but I'm okay with it because it's such a power play, right? Sting gets this kill. There's a lot of value in playing a Train Steward here, so I will avoid this Ritual, unfortunately. It will be fine. I'm okay with it. I do want to throw an Imp as well. Cool. This prevents me from taking the Ember Drain. I will Razor Sharp the Discipled Foot Soldier away. I'm strong enough right now, is the thing. So I'm trying to save health. Yes, that's where I'm at. All right. This is a good example of ritual for 3 health. I'd love to avoid this damage though, because the 14 makes this much cleaner into a 6 damage boss. So we're going to go ahead and... I'm doing enough damage to win this, right? It's not that concerning. Oh, it's tough. I get upcoming... There's a lot of tools coming up. I actually think we do take this 3 and try to draw everything. This lets me play both root seeds for free here. And we take 0 on the combat as long as I can draw fast enough to answer problems. Cool. So the angle here then becomes we tiresome climb the boss. And that should kill him. Ooh, yeah, we actually get the kill. We get enough attacks, but we get the kill with a sting, which means I don't have to take any weight of contrition damage here. Cool. Good. Great, actually. I can get it immediately with a single Shardtail Queen, Razor Sharp Edge as well. Dangerous, but strong. Yeah, Split Anvil paying out. It's good. I do not need another Ritual to battle. I will take the Welder Helper. I have an Imperialist. I would love Endless on that. Healing is good. I'm going to grab Wildwood Sap, I think. Yeah, we should take this because it's strong into Daedalus and it goes away. It's low opportunity cost. Let's go left here. It's a good opportunity for Endless. If we hit Endless, great. If we hit Multi-Strike, we can put it into something. It's a large stone, unfortunately. Sure, I'll take Horned Warrior. He's got that immediate multi-strike value. We'll grab it. Money in the middle is helpful too. I'm not going to upgrade him like this. Like, large stone is nice, but then he's unplayable with our friend Queen on the floor. Let's just spin it and see what we hit. Yeah, okay. We put a plus 25 in Horned Warrior. Good enough for me. I'm going to take this Endless into the Welder Helper, and I think we chill. Yeah, that chills. I'm actually going to put this 10 spikes in the Welder Helper. I don't know if I need that. I'd rather give him a plus 25, you know? Yeah, we'll plus 25 it. I'm going to grab the boons here. This is for next floor, and we move on. If I get another plus 25, it's going in that imp. It'll be good. We'll look for an infusion here. Armor Emblem, no big deal. We have a lot of really good tools. I draw fast. Cool. We sting on bottom. Great. It's going to be Queen's Impling. Right, we do this to avoid the Ember Drain and possibly have a stronger next turn. I do want to play the Root Seeds right now to maybe draw an answer. I guess I could just kill a man downstairs, though. Pretty cool to be able to do it. Yeah, I'll just kill a guy downstairs. I actually think that's better. Okay. I'm looking to answer challenges here. Cool. So, with Sting and Queen's Impling, we clear the floor and save a lot of health, right? If I put the Razor Sharp on Queen, we clear everything, and I don't have to play aggressively, right? This works. Yeah, okay. It's better than playing the Razor Sharp on an enemy, I think. You get the damage then. I can also play Queen's Impling downstairs, which will kill an enemy thanks to this sting, which I'm okay with. So that's at least something. Okay, this is an excellent turn, where we're going to go Ritual of Battle first. Great news. I'm then going to sting out one dude, of course. I would like to stop as much damage as possible, so we ascend the upgraded guy here, which stops 10. Play Wildwood Sap, which is good. We double Root Seeds. Strong turn. Yeah, hard to go wrong with how that played. I'm going to Razor Sharp the Conduit to buy me turns, and we just start pounding down armor here, I think. And this should be simple, right? I'm not really afraid of how this is panning out. Yeah, I do need to upgrade Yawn Rituals now. It's becoming more difficult to actually get the value out of them when you have the Imp. That's endless, but it's hard to go wrong with this much health, you know? It's a lot. And we just buff up, and we're doing plenty of damage here. I'm hitting over 100, no problems. Okay. Cool. Good. Imp in a box is hard to skip. Vent is pretty good. I do like Dark Deal, but I'm not applying AoE armor right now. Dark Deal out of my opener is kind of crazy. This is a common pack. I actually think Imp in a Box is almost certainly stronger. There's a lot of stupid nonsense you can do here with Imperialist. Vent is always good, though. In fact, Vent is almost certainly better because it's a really good plus 30 target. Man, all of these cards are good. I think it's never Dark Deal here. We don't have the survivability in this exact moment, and I don't want to make that risk. Imp in a Box is strong. I think we Vent, actually. Yeah, we take Vent. Glimmer? I mean, we took the Vent. We probably should have grabbed the Glimmer. I'm just going to take Steel Enhancer. We have all these Razor Sharps. It's nice to have some kind of thing that plays into it well. And I'm already drawing a lot of cards, so I don't mind the +0 there. Deranged Brute. I actually pretty strongly support either Animus of Will or Animus of Speed here. I think I'd go Animus of Speed. I already have the multi-strike, and I'd like to keep the 15 damage baseline. It's a gamble, right? Am I going to see Quick, or am I going to see multi-strike at a shop? In an ideal world, Animus of Speed and Fusion plus the multi-strike at a shop is better. You're just 1 and quartering it no matter what you do. So I think we just Animus of Speed chill here. This works. Now, Animus of Will is nice, but it's reliant on card draw to hit my buffs. The other thing that's important to note here, though, is that if I self-infuse the Welder Helper, what happens is I'm applying 10 armor to the floor, and I can put this in front and face tank pretty hard. So that does keep me alive into Relentless. At least keeps me alive into the turns. It doesn't beat Relentless necessarily, unless I also get a lot of good turns of this Tiresome Climb, which I should, right? Deranged Brute would have been really cool if I had seen it first with the Animus of Will Infusion right now, but I already have a +25 in Horned Warrior. I think that's good. It's hard to ignore the extra multi-strike. We don't have a Rage Imp as well. I like the idea of self-infused Welder Helper, right? Self-infused Welder Helper in front of Queen is a lot of durability because it's not only 10 armor, it's 10 armor to the floor. So it ends up, even right now, with 21 health, which is a lot of survivability and AoE setup. And if I put it in front, then it's also applying its armor to itself, which is 40 armor. So you can get away with some real nonsense there. I'm going to go with that. I think the Animus of Speed is not as good here, because if I see Animus of Will Infusion plus multi-strike, it's even better. Quad hitting is good here. I would take it. So we'll go Animus of Will. And I go to the right for the self-infuse. I'd love to look at this steel shop. We have the Endless already, though. Let's play into what we need. And then I'm going to look at this banner at least. Same Animus. Cool. We don't want them all, so we skip them here. There is always the opportunity to hard pivot, which is fun. The hard pivot means you self-infuse Animus of Will, but I only have the 3 health then, which is not ideal. The 3 health is a concern, but also I don't want to have an extra unit to remove in the Horned Warrior. I guess you could toss like a large stone at him, but that would be pretty late. That would be ring 5 happening at minimum. It's not bad to grab extra Animus of Will either way, but I don't think I need it, and I think it hurts the cleanliness of my run. I think you can win either way, especially at Train of Thought levels, which is what we're playing. We're going to skip, though. I think you can take that and do just fine, but it's all good. Anyway, we're going to grab Welder Helper here. I'm going to self-infuse the guy. Cool. This is strong because it's an astronomical amount of survivability. We're going to take the +30 and just dump that in event to have it. And I'm going to take the 10 in piercing into this as well. This is a very powerful Hellvent, and if I hit like X5 here, it's nuts. We don't, and that's okay. I'm going to take the Railforger's Hammer because this straight up lets us play middle on Divinity, which depending on draw order could be nutty. Pretty cool. We're a little slow right now, but we'll take the hammer. I don't think we never do history here. We never do frozen nostalgia. I need my space. Yeah, it's just +1 space. It's all good. I'll take it. I'm not mad about it, despite the fact that I'm not too excited about it either. Cool. And here I think we can get away with playing whatever banner unit we get first. Cool. We ended up getting Horned Warrior. I'm not mad about that. Here we go. Hooray. Well done. Train Steward, play it out. Neat. Alright. Ooh, he's gonna elevator. It's tough. I don't like the elevator angle here. Well, fair enough. I'm going to double ping middle. I actually think the root seeds is probably more important here. This is going to be a lot of damage coming in because he's elevatoring with the floor. Alright, never mind. Just hit. Cool. So the angle here is Welder Helper down and gets thrown. Great news. I now have really good vent, which is also very cool. I can stop some of this damage coming in, which is also nice. Stop 5 damage or something. You may as well, right? You put up the front, though. This is okay. We do this because it means that she yeets, kills stuff, and then most of these hits go into Daedalus, which is great. I may as well sting to stop this damage anyway. I could stop the bomb even, huh? Or I could just end the next floor entirely. There's a part of me that really wants to just hit this thing. Yeah, I'm just going to actually hit this floor, which do as much as I can into this damage shield. That is going to be a big problem, is he had 5 damage shield there, so... Armor up. I mean, at this point, it's pretty straightforward. We just add damage to our floor. I'm willing to trade here, no problem. Sting mid-floor, fine. I take some hits, but I have like 60 health right now. We're doing okay. This should not be a problem. As long as I am hitting... What? Doing enough damage overall? I'm going to double sting middle and then kill it. This puts all of my damage in that floor into this big heavy man, which is a potential concern. You can elevator? No, he has to go up there. Okay, fine. Throw this down. The stings are a bad trade, but I do think the root seeds are a good trade. We just kind of chill. 16 damage is a lot, but it's not a big deal with you have this much armor. And we should be well situated for Relentless here, I think. We double Razor Sharp. It's good. I'm going to vent out on bottom. This clears the heavy in front, and then I can just sting away Daedalus's shields and chill. And we should easy win from this position, right? Not even a threat, really. Cool. In fact, this gets better when you play the ritual here, right? You go bam, and it's like a whole extra turn removed, which is cool. Yeah. If we can make those rituals a little more playable, I think this is going to look a lot better overall. So it's now magic shop time, pretty much, I think. And with this, now I can take Dark Deal, in my opinion. I have the Welder Helper to survive sustain a little bit. It's not a lot of sustain, I gotta admit. But I'm only drawing Dark Deal once every few rounds. It's tough. I like the Dark Deal. I'm going to grab it. It could have been the last stand there, too. I'm not taking any units. Demon Fiend, he's here. I think it's just card draw. Ooh, it might just be Ember, though. It lets me play Imp plus the rituals on various turns. I'm going to be upgrading them, though. I am drawing a lot, though, between the Root Seeds and the stings that I have. I essentially have a draw relic here. Basically, but it puts a bunch of trash in my deck, but it also provides some value. I'm gonna just -1/-1 stuff here, I think. Yeah, I think Ember is gonna be better, being honest. I don't know, I have the split Anvil. Let's take draw. I think we get away with draw here as long as I upgrade both of my rituals down to 2 cost, and I am going to this magic shop, so that should be fine. Animus of Will, Thorn Hollow, Sellum. Give me a -2? No, no -2 today. Intrinsic, Tiresome Climb is an interesting option. I'm going to go ahead and do the Animus of Will infusion now. I do think that provides value. 100 shards seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and get the -1s in the rituals. I do think that's important. I have a remove consume I don't care about. A double stack. Interesting. There's a serious consideration for double stack tiresome climb here. I do think ritual needs to be 2 cost. This is important in my opinion. I might still take draw. What if I tiresome climb double stack it here? That's actually really good. The problem, of course, being if I intrinsic it, I have to play the Horned Warrior at the same time, so I have to take Ember, is what that says. I should really save one of these slots for the possible -2. I think we do want to double stack the tiresome climb while we're here. I think I leave this slot open for the time being. It's not as important. I could always give it a -2 or a -1 later, depending on what they show me. The Hellvent on 8 is Steel Side. If we still need that, we might. Otherwise, we could go Magic. There's also the really good Magic shop on Ring 7. I think we'll wait. I'm going to grab the double stack, and I'm going to wait on the -1 here, because I could take a -2 here and be happy. It's not going to be intrinsic, I don't think. Our guy should live long enough to draw our deck. And then once we hit the tiresome climb, we chill. And this -1 is going into the other ritual. I need them both playable, is the thing. We upgrade Imperialist here, of course, just give me more health. It's good. And I don't think I need anything out of... Yeah, +30 Dark Deal is funny. I don't think we need an intrinsic here. I think we kind of just chill, and we move on. Yeah, okay, I'm fine. I could buy removals, but I don't think I need it. Yeah, this man is scary. Ancient Hate. Ancient Hate does hurt my Sting situation, but it doesn't hurt my Vent. I think we're okay. Depending on turn order, I might, or rather card draw, I might play middle. Oh, this is actually a very low damage combat. Right, so in that case, I think what we're going to do is actually play bottom floor here, as crazy as this is. It's a low damage combat, so what I'm going to do then is I ritual here. I'm going to sting, and we're going to put some health down. If I lose this first wave, I'm not too terribly concerned about it. I get the Welder Helper on this turn, which is great. Cool, that does a lot of work. I can vent middle at 2 and play everything else and eat the Weight of Contrition, which I think has to be correct. Yeah, I eat the Weight of Contrition, but I think this is a very good play overall. We then get the Razor Sharp down, the Root Seeds, and the Dark Deal here, which very nearly kills this Clipped Guardian, and we get away with... We're very close here. Yeah, you throw the Welder Helper again. This should clear most of this wave. You get the Steel Enhancer, and we clear it. I'm going to work on stinging the middle floor out. I'm going to take 2 damage upstairs from the Defender walking on me, but I'm not mad about it, right? And then it's just Root Seeds here, I think. Yeah, fine. Sure. The next sting goes mid or top guy here, and we should be fine. Boop. There he goes. Alright, cool. We want to play the Welder Helper. I do want the Razor Sharp and the Root Seeds. This is very aggro, by the way. It is concerning to play this way, but we have the defense to support it, so I'm not terribly mad about it. Play this thing. Sure. And I think because we've played it this way, we win Relentless. Yeah, I mean, we get the answers here. So we end with a 2-part vent. It's good. Bam. Dark Deal in the back. Big damage. Cool. He's scary. He hits 3 times. I think you have to do this because of 100 shards, though. How do you win with this guy doing 19 by 3 here? We just eat 5 damage, but we get away with it, and I'm okay with that. Fire Chomper is pretty much universally good. You grab him because all I have to see now is like a Transcendent and it's a W. Adaptive Mutation is strong. We'll grab that as well. Pyrogrow was a worthwhile consideration, though. We are going to go Steel Shop, I think. Multi-Strike is strong. Another one of them is good. I think removals are nice. Yeah. There's a lot of things we can hit here that would be nice. Yeah, multi-strike. Cool. All right. Our guy is online hitting 4 times. That's perfect. I'm going to... Was that a plus 25? It was not. I'm going to re-roll this. We get a plus 25 for the Imp, which is incredible news. He face tanks now extremely well. I'm going to drop 2 Train Stewards. They're very difficult to play, and I want to remove them from my draws. Maybe we get an overstack? No. Random consumable. I'll take money. I don't want more Wildwood Saps or whatever. Alright, 10 gold event. Seems fine. Give me a -2? No. I got a spell chain. I don't think the spell chain is very good here. I don't really want to purge anything either. I think we just kind of hang out on this level. I'm going to buy more removals now, though. Yes, I think I am going to just chase removals when possible. It cleans up the early game, and we're at the point where I just need to hit this tiresome climb against the final boss ASAP, and we should be good. Let's move on. 100 shards, no real change there, but a very powerful set of pickups. I'm going to play top floor. Armor Emblem doesn't scare me. Yeah, fine. Cool. I'm going to play the Queen Zimpling to avoid Ember Drain here. Take that Steel Enhancer. I will take the Dark Deal now. I'm going to Sting bottom floor. Fine. Cool. We'll Sting again, killing a guy. I'm going to play a Ritual up top, which lets me get away with a bunch of buffs. And then I can toss the Queen Zimpling mid-floor. I'm looking to draw. I have a pretty good chance of hitting my Imp here. I do hit the Imp. It's good. There's a lot of damage coming in. It's very scary. So what we do, I think, is we play the Queen Zimpling. Now, the order matters. I want this armor into my guy. Yeah, so we do Welder Helper upstairs, and then we put the Queen Zimpling in front. As weird as that is, it saves a bunch of health. I'm going to be doing the vent middle here, because I can Sting top and save all that health. Good, yeah, we blast middle on the vent. I'm actually going to play the Root Seeds first. I don't need the benefit of it down here. This clears essentially all of the Scary Man, and we should chill. Cool. Extra space is paying off here. Yeah, sacrifice Pyre Chomper. It just cleans up this turn in a big way, so I'm good with it. I'm going to do the same thing. I want the armor into my friend here. Then we play Queen Zimpling on this, and we Sting, and we draw a bunch of cards. It's good. I could have cleared a guy on middle if I had stung there. It's fine. We're all good. We're not doing a ton of damage, but we are multi-striking hard. Okay. You gotta play the Imp, I think. This is a good turn to put the Imp in front, actually. He can face tank everything and chill. Yeah, it's a good turn. I'm gonna vent middle, clear that all out, which lets me play everything else, which is also very cool. Great. Neat. Yeah, alright, fun. And this should be a very clean Relentless if I can deal with it. I want all this armor going into my champion. It's very important. I'm going to play the Ritual. I need to be fast is the thing. Our goal is to be fast. We're going to Sting into the boss. I Dark Deal into the back. I vent downstairs to prevent that damage from coming in. We just put armor into our floor. Okay, I mean, I think what we do here is we Welder Helper and then we Adaptive Mutation. I don't see how we lose after giving ourselves 100 hit points like this. So, and then we can immediately do things like Razor Sharp Edge. So I think we're fine. The alternative was to tiresome climb the boss, but I think this is also winning. Yeah, it is. Easily. We have enough armor. Even in the front, we make it work. So it's not really a problem. Number-wise, our back line looks good. I think we have a very solid line for winning this run from this position. I do not have terribly much to add. I think at this point it's clean up, remove garbage. Important work is strong. Second proc on this imp is good. You could maybe get away with one Horn's Tome. That's risky, though. I'm going to take the important work. In Graft, I think it's just Pyrogrow here, yeah. I sacrifice some card draw, but with the stings, I'm okay with it. That's actually really strong. That means I definitely do not need Ember, which is great. I can now chase removals on Queen Zimplings, I think. We can get away with murder, pretty much. Not that I need anything here. I could go for a dupe, but I haven't set anything up that I really want to dupe yet. I mean, again, you could just throw out the vent. More of these vents is strong, but it's not that big of a deal, I don't think. It would be kind of fun having another one of those. I might make that decision later. I actually think the removals are stronger overall. Yeah. And this, I think, is just cut Queen Zimplings. They're not bad, but they get in my way on the initial draws, and they're also hard to play on turns when I'm split anviling. So, all good. Man. 5th multi-strike would be kind of cool, but we'll see if we get, like, Pyrestone housing here. We don't. Oh, Hell's Banners is also very cool. Hell's Banners is cool if I dupe this imp, and then we just play a ton of armor and throw imps. It's like Inferno every turn. It's actually kind of crazy how playable that is. Mark of a Champion, it's okay. I'm going to grab the Hell's Banners because I do think the idea now of suddenly... Yeah, that's crazy. Suddenly playing out 2 of these imps every turn seems pretty powerful. I'm going to drop another Queen Zimpling. Our goal is just to make our initial draws better. We've gone to a lot of removals. I'm also, I think, seeing this magic shop coming up, so I think we cruise. That'll make my rituals cheaper. Well, maybe I care about that. I might leave them at 2, specifically for the synergy here, but we'll see. What are you? Your spell shield, right? Yeah, whatever. Alright, play the imp first. It's good to do it. Increase damage. Clear that guy. It's actually good to clear the wave. If we can clear multiple floors, it's very nice. It's actually a really good turn for a tiresome climb on the boss. Kind of crazy how that worked out, right? Usually doesn't pan out so effective, but we got it. It's a free 200. And then what, I vent downstairs because that floor does a bunch of damage. Although I guess mid-floor does more damage too. Yeah, sure. We'll do mid-floor here. I think that's okay. That is a free 200 into the boss that I was not expecting, which is pretty fun. Then, let's see. Pyre Chomper, which lets me get away with the Pyrogrow here. We're going to play the Welder Helper out. I get to Sting. Fun. We're just going to play everything pretty much. This thing doesn't really do anything. This is not my adaptive mutation turn. It's actually not terrible for just 16 rage, but I can get better payout here. We wait. We wait. All good. Cool. Yeah, this is as simple as Welder Helper, important work, Welder Helper, which lets me play both rituals, but I can actually vent for a ton of damage here. Which is pretty cool, and save 30, which I like as well. Yeah, we vent for 6, which seems crazy until you hit that split anvil into the back here, which is just, that's ace, I think. That's really solid. Cool, what a good turn. And I mean, I don't think we're gonna have any challenges here otherwise. Yeah, throw imp, it's nice. Here, have a dark deal. Now is a very good time. Before I hit either of these Razor Sharps, we just take the adaptive mutation. It's a very efficient adaptive mutation here. Then we drop in the Razor Sharps and everything else. Cool. I also put some more damage into the boss, which I like. It's hard to say no to how this is playing out. Yeah, we drop Welder Helper, and then we tiresome climb the boss. Pyrogrow, huge value, by the way. I mean, this is what we're looking for, right? These turns right here are it. For sure. You just pummel the boss and we get the dazes in, which is excellent. We are fast. We're drawing so fast. I love it. I don't care if I give this floor armor. I want to just play out everything. I could super vent here. I'm going to super vent on middle to prevent a batrillion damage. 6 6 health, or rather pyre vent, is very fun here. Cool, we have a lot of HP on the floor, we're doing a lot of damage, we're hitting a whole bunch. I think we've got all the tools we need. This is the downside, right? You've got Yon Tiresome, one ritual of battle that does not enable the other to be played, unfortunately. I am going to sting out this stupid Alabaster Guardian, and you cannot stop me. I will destroy it before she destroys it. Give me 2 stings. Haha, we did it. Eat that, you loser. Cool. Hit the boss, I suppose. I mean, unfortunately, we don't get any days for Relentless, but I'm also not really afraid. We're doing 800 damage, and I can just put this imp in front here. We're cruising. Although I could always Tiresome Climb her now and simply pass away, which would be really funny. It sure would be fun. We hit 250. I'm doing actually 1,000 damage here, which is very good. So I feel like we're in the zone. We've got it here. We have everything we need. Wildwood Tome is just kind of clean. It's just clean to toss quick on this, isn't it? Yeah, we'll do it. It's better than the alloy there. I can take double draw, which is excellent. I have everything else I need to get more ember or whatever. We're going to the magic shop. It's very powerful. Give me a good relic. A little late for advanced prototype, but I will take hammer chest plates. Nothing wrong with it. Sure. I'm going to cut. We're too late for me to... This is the last temple. We're too late for Transcendent shenanigans, so I think I genuinely will just cut both Queen Zimplings here. I see no reason to keep them in the run. They are just hurting my initial card draws. Okay. We do not see a -2, unfortunately. I am going to put a spell chain into the important work. It's hard to imagine that backfiring. Cool. Intrinsic. Intrinsic Pyrogrow feels bad. Intrinsic Tiresome Climb. Guaranteed value now because of Hell's Banners. So now I think I'm okay with how this pans out, right? The Intrinsic Tiresome Climb is always playable turn 1 because of 3 Ember. I play Champion, I play Banner Unit, which is 2 Ember left, and then I gain 3, so I have 5. So with 5 Ember, I'm always capable of doing this. Yeah, I mean, this guarantees the win, and we play top floor Divinity, no problem. Cool, easy. Now we can make that decision. And I think that lets us go ham. I'm going to make 1 ritual 1 cost and leave the other at 2 cost. It's good to have some staggered effects like this. Yes. Agreed. You could remove Consume Adaptive Mutation and have multiple plays at this, but I just don't feel like I care. I do want the -1, so I'm going to reroll. Permafrost on Adaptive Mutation could be really good. Have it for the turn you need it. Or you Permafrost the important work, and if I draw it before the imp, we're still fine. We're going to do one of those. This -1 is going into just root seeds. Having some of these be 0 cost is worthwhile. Let's see. I think we upgrade Imperialist here, which is nice. Sure. Seems good. The rest of this, I think, is simple. It's just a matter of where the Permafrost goes. I'm going to do it on the important work, because usually Adaptive Mutation, we just need to get it to like 100 health and it's fine. I don't need to be holding this for long. This is not a drop on the last turn kind of deal. Whereas if I draw through important work first before seeing the imp, I desperately want to be able to hold it, because it's a huge survivability power-up. We're going to do that and chill. I think I'm okay with it. We move on. I did buy everything here, right? That matters? Yeah, cool. I can't do an infusion because I removed all my imps, but I also just don't care. Heaven Seal is doable because this is Shade Wings. Yes. I will do enough damage here for this. Yeah. It's a really good turn 1, in fact. I'm going to avoid the Ember Drain by playing the imp first? Really? Am I going to do that? I have the Pyrogrow. I can take the Ember Drain because of Pyrogrow. Okay. I will intentionally make that decision. Armor. Good. Tiresome Climb, the 45 damage backline here, just to get him out of there. And that should be good, yeah. Okay, cool. We go Welder Helper, important work. Welder Helper, important work. Welder Helper, I play some stats down. I'm doing very poor damage here, but I do avoid I missed the Collector, but I do get the Gilded Wings didn't get upgraded, which is great news. We might be a little slow. Okay, we actually are okay. We get the Pyre Chomper drop. Put in the Welder Helper here. I now get every card played. We're clearing top floor, so let's work on middle because I'm afraid. Well, that doesn't really do anything because of the Hell Vent. Or rather, the Heaven Seal is not is what I meant to say. I could do bottom floor. I guess I could just sting that guy out, though. Whatever. We'll do the top floor then. Play it at 9, which lets us play everything. Which is a huge power-up for the backline, right? Just so much damage. And I save all that because of the quick anyway. And we sting downstairs to get rid of that extinguish. Should be good. Okay. This next floor is scary. Right, this floor is a problem. We are going to throw Imp, which is good. I gain damage by playing the Adaptive Mutation, so I think we will do it. I'm going to play the Vent upstairs because this is a big swing. Okay. Goal is Ritual first, then you Adaptive Mutation, and this is good enough. It pushes numbers a little higher, and now we can start pushing out the Root Seeds, right? Yes, and we sting downstairs. Okay, cleaning up this floor is very important. Having cleaned that up, I think we can take pretty much anything here. I have little fear. Cool, good. Just play a bunch of imp nonsense. It's a triple turn there, that's so strong. And then we just play Razor Sharps, Dark Deals, pretty much whatever I feel like hitting out here. I'm just going to be stinging away the Wilt Wings to the best of my ability. I am 10 card drawing here. It's about what you expect, though. Yeah, we're chilling. And then we get a chance, we just play this. And every time we draw important work, we just send it on this floor. It's very good. I'm going to Elevator one of the guys downstairs just because I don't feel like dealing with him anymore. Unfortunately, I am going to take some extinguish damage here, but that's okay. I'm not terribly mad about it. Oh no, my armor, whatever. It's fine. And then we get one ritual that lets me play the other ritual, which is part of the reason I chose to do this. So, all good. Cool. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we have everything we need here to win. Of course, we're going to play every single imp that the game lets us play. It's worth it. And then we do super mega vent on bottom floor because you might as well. And then we do like 1200 damage upstairs per round with quick. We're going to take a hit, and I'm okay with that. The imp lives in front. The only way I lose this turn is if I decide to tiresome climb the boss, but I'm not going to do that. We do crack 300 damage. I'm not going to play all the cards. I do think that's an important threshold, though, because cracking 300 beats a 290 in one hit, which will matter. Inferno is an extremely good addition to this deck. I am going to click it, yes. We have Split Anvil. There's so much value here. I don't need Focus Growth or Invigorating Solution. I'm using Armor. A lot of this just clutters me, so I let that go. Inferno is one of the few additions that I think would be very strong. What do I chase here? Like, what's the angle? I'm good with my offensive scaling. I could go for a dupe. Dupe is nice. I have a lot of cards in my deck, so I am slow at drawing this tiresome climb. Having a second one is not a terrible idea. Of course, I can never play it on turn 1, though, right? I end up with, what, 6? I have 5 Ember after playing my units. It's a shame. So duping it doesn't help. I don't know. What do I actually want here? Maybe it's Pyre Health and just remove cards. I could just get rid of some Root Seeds. They're not bad, but I might as well get rid of them. I don't know, cut a root seeds, and then what do we get rid of otherwise? The wildwood sap? It's not bad, but it doesn't do anything for me. It does kind of offset initial bad turns, perhaps. I don't know, what am I duping is the thing. Like, there's are good cards in here, right? I could sure take another Ritual of Battle. I don't mind saying that. I think maybe we go for the dupe? The dupe feels like it might actually provide some meaningful value here. The Tiresome Climb would be great to have two of, if only the Intrinsic weren't there. But I do think if it were a case of like Intrinsic in this temple on 8, I would dupe it and then put the Intrinsic in only one of them. But I don't know. Interesting. I'm going to go to the magic shop, I think. The removals, I think, will provide more value. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out here. I could see arguments both ways. Neither is terribly strong for me. Light's Gift is great, right? It makes the quick a little irrelevant, but I'm not mad about it. It cleans up bad draws. Alternatively, Winged Indulgence is just damage reduction for the entire run, which is good. It's hard to argue with that. I think I'm just going to Light's Gift here. Quick is in my draws. I'm going to take the Winged Indulgence. It's fine. Give me an Imp Relic, yo. Yeah, Ashes of the Fallen. Okay, cool. Alright, we win. I mean, I think we won anyway, but I'm going to cut a Root Seeds here, and then probably a Razor Sharp. Just redrawing things a little bit faster, I think, is good. So I'm working on density stuff here. Magic Shop says remove consume. Nah, I don't need it. The -1s, I mean, we may as well make Inferno 2 cost. I think it's better that way. Yeah, because I have 4 Ember with Pyrogrow, so I can do like Inferno Ritual if needed, if I draw them together. And I'm going to toss it a +10 for no real reason other than that I have nothing better to put in this slot. The next -1 holdover, huh? You know, holdover Ritual at 2 cost is actually kind of sick here, right? It's a lot of damage. It's not needed. It's not necessary. But what else am I going to do with this, right? Improved Firebox, man, we could have actually played the double Tiresome Climbs. It's not that important. Don't even talk about Volatile Gauge. It does not dignify a response here. Let's take the Holdover Ritual. This is good enough, I think. And I'm going to buy a -1 into a random thing, aka Root Seeds. The +10, don't put that in Dark Deal. I think we chill. 155 out of 100. This is a Train of Thought series, so we're good. I think we blast Seraph the Chaste. There's always the concern of, Chaste with Rage, but we're fast enough. I'm not that concerned about it. Yeah, it's units down. Okay. We Tiresome Climb the boss up just for free hits. Cool. I'll take free hits. Dark Deal, why not? I'll sting the boss, why not? I'm going to vent downstairs, I think, because there's backlines. Sure. Now, it's going to clear all of this. All of that's gone. Fine. Yeah, so like this is the one turn where we can play Welder Helper, which is the most important card here, but I cannot play either of my 2-costers because of the way this worked out. Another great moment for 0-cost upgrades here. I do think... I think we play the Quick Tome here to save this damage. Okay. So possibly the worst set of card draws there, in my opinion. But we clean up from here. Use Pyrochomper middle, and then we Welder Helper upstairs. And then I just fully disrespect and play for armor here, I think. Maybe. Let's Ritual first, and then Ritual, and then Sting, and play it out. I actually think that we don't disrespect here into this moment. In this moment, I don't think we do. Yeah, it's close. It was very close. We're going to get cut a lot. So I need to be very conscientious about this. Yeah, we're going to play the welder helper first. Then we important work here. Good. Keep going. Cool. I want to put it back in the pool. Great job. Tiresome climb is potentially scary or good. I'm going to bring up one of the heavies here. And then we're just going to let that guy ride, I think. He has 4 days. I want to make sure this turn, he's going to hit me. Or actually, he doesn't. Wow, I didn't actually think he would get away with that. I wanted to make sure I didn't worry. I have to think about him too hard. Cool. It is welder helper here. I now get a vent at 3, which I will play. Which makes everything here free. Good. We're going to play the rage. I'm going to Inferno middle and sting it. Okay, Chased is a little scary, but we do generate a lot of rage here, so I'm not that mad. This is going to be tiresome climb, I think, on the boss. Then it's ritual, welder helper drop, of course. Play. Is this quick adaptive? No, I think I can do better. I think we can do better here. Going to Inferno middle, which is free damage here, which is part of why I did this. I'm going to save the adaptive. Okay. He comes upstairs one last time. Alright. Welder helper, land, good. Steel enhancer, good. Alright, now we play it. Okay. This is a pretty good turn for armor generation, which will be important for our run. I then get the ritual... Wait a second. Ritual dark deal turn, which is kind of where we want to be. Yes. This should work out. You know, there's a strong argument for putting quick on Queen as well. Something I didn't really talk about, but is good. Because then she yeets first, and then the attacks come through, but it's all good. I'm going to be venting... 14 comes in from the back line. I'm going to vent bottom floor here for full damage, and then begin the process of building up rage in the back. Good. Cool. I'm looking... I think this is my next turn adaptive mutation, assuming I draw it. Alright. This is the turn, right? We welder helper first. Yes. We sting. We're going to cycle the welder helper next. This is a very good turn that wins us the combat for sure. We now... Inferno off floor, as bizarre as this is. Okay. Then we tiresome climb the boss for 4 free turns, which makes everything else we do free. I then get the adaptive mutation, which is good. I take more damage here, but this is a more secure line with like 500 health in the back. We do get swung on by the boss, is the universal truth here, but I'm not really mad about it. We will defeat and win. The day's doing a lot of work there, I think. Cool. I'll take a shard of Divinity. That cleans up anything I decide to send to the pyre, which probably won't be much, but might be something. And I think we win from this position pretty comfortably. I think Chased is much scarier because of cutting rage. I am kind of glad I took that holdover, by the way. I think that worked out well in our favor. I'm going to just happily play into the Ember Drain here and be okay with it. Actually, I think I'm going to just play the Welder Helper first. Give up this armor. Sure, I'm good with that. It's fine. I then play Mr. Tiresome Climb here. It's good. And then we scale and do our best. Strong argument for Wildwood Tome in front, possibly. Nah. I mean, as much as like the Inferno is nice, I think it's better to put the damage in back. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, alright, we ride. Cool. We avoid the Ember Drain on this particular turn. There's a lot of arguments for it either way. I don't think it's a big deal. We are going to just cycle this. Could just Inferno this next floor entirely, which is kind of funny. True. It's true. I am going to play the Imps first. I think the Imp is good. We generate a lot of armor right now thanks to the Ashes of the Fallen, which is pretty cool. Ritual, ritual, alright, good. I think this next floor, I'm just going to Inferno this next floor. I very well could draw into Inferno again, right? My deck is not that large. Oh, I hit the vent anyway. I almost forgot about the vent. Cool. I think we're going to chill on that. Ritual out the gate is good. We'll click it. Dark Deal. A pretty strong adaptive mutation here, actually. 88 health is good enough. And this pumps my numbers to 400-ish or so. If I vent at 10 here, which I will do, I kill the front line, which is incredible. Very strong. Nice. I think I'm going to wait on... This adaptive mutation is winning. I'm going to click it. It's fine. Like, there's a serious argument for whatever you want to do here, but it's fine. That's winning. Now I just need to hope I hit Vent or Inferno or something coming up, and we kind of chill. Cool. I think we're good. No fear. Yeah, no fear. Cool. We hit the vent, which is good. I also hit the welder helper here, which is interesting. So I think we do give armor. As weird as this is, the ember here is important for a stronger vent turn, right? A stronger vent turn. Then we get the ritual, the tiresome climb on the boss, the root seeds, the razor sharp, and we comfortably Inferno the mini-boss floor. And I don't play the important work here, and we're okay. True. Good stuff. Great. Now we do Welder Helper, we Sting for no real reason, play this other important work on this turn, cool. Now it's just as simple as slam rituals, win game, pretty much. Do bunches of damage. Yeah. Cool. Good. This is a great turn as well because I can proc the quintessential... It's a strategy I like doing here, which is you important work. You get the vent for like 6. And this is a very powerful play. It's a vent for 5, which clears middle, essentially. You see the thing, the 290 is the threshold I was talking about for a reason, right? Because it means that he 4-taps this floor and we don't leak anything, which we will get, by the way. So we go ahead and vent middle here. Perfect. We then Inferno this floor, which clears up pretty much every part of it. You then Ritual... Root seeds, and I think here we have to let this fly on us because I need to be dazing the boss for Relentless. You see what I mean? 285, we just fall under it. So, it's unfortunate. We have the, we took this Shard of the Divinity though. I'm not really concerned about it. This turn is bad. It's just stings and trash. It can happen, but it's unfortunate to have... It's unfortunate to see it. Those are not the cards we want. This is a great example of stings are not necessarily good for you. Meanwhile, this is a very good turn. Yeah, this is a very strong one. Cool. Important work is your friend. Important work is your friend. We Inferno. The Curse Floor? Yeah, I don't want to draw curses, right? That seems stupid. We Inferno the Cursed Floor. As much as I would prefer to Inferno the floor that's walking up, I think we are going to be okay on that. And I just need to do a bajillion damage here. Cool. This is not going to be a pre-relentless or anything fancy, but it is going to be strong enough. And that will have to do. So we bounce the Vengeful Shard, and I think the right play here is actually you just vent here. Right? We just straight up vent at 4. We don't... I mean, we may as well play the Welder Helper. It's hard to say that, right? Yeah, it's fine. You play this, then we Tiresome Climb, then we vent, which does some decent work, and then we, we Ritual. You play the other stuff out. It's fine. And we Sting Raw Floor. Oh no, 1 damage in the Shard of Divinity. It's all good. And then we win easily. Yeah. It's a confident victory at this Shard level, even if it's not a ridiculous high roll. I do think the armor was unnecessary from the Ashes of the Fallen, but it did mean that I was going a lot faster, which was good. We like speed. You gotta go fast. The Sonic motto, okay? The faster we are, the less likely we are to pass away. The one nice thing about the Divinity that I will mention here is that it's a very consistent wave format, and everything is an elite, right? And because everything is an elite, you know what to expect. Right, so we knew when those 290s were coming up. The Shade Wings combat here, where I took this Heaven Seal, this was the much scarier combat because there was a high likelihood that first heavy was upgraded, and you just can't predict that. So that was a gamble, but at worst, that would have cost me 80 health, which is a lot, but, it would have been okay. We had the excess health to spare, and then we would have stabilized after. We did get it for free, though, in the end. We didn't have any problems. The upgrade order worked out in our favor. Yeah, I think this was pretty clean overall. A very standard Shardtail Queen run. In this particular case, we were heavy on the defense with the Welder Helper self-infuse, and that was only enabled by our opener, which had Root Seeds, it had, Ritual of Battle, and it had Razor Sharp Edges, which is pretty crazy. I ended up cutting a Razor Sharp in the end and a Root Seeds, but ultimately just because my card density needed to be a little smoother. And I think those were good picks. We ended up having sufficient card draw overall. The rituals were in fact stronger, so seeing them more often was better. And yeah, the important work turns were good. Help me out. Maybe make a comment if you noticed this. I don't actually think the permafrost bought us anything in this run. I think we got lucky enough that we hit the imp every time before we hit the important work, but that was never guaranteed, right? We got lucky. I think the permafrost was probably the best 120 gold I could have put that in, right? I mean, it was there, it was available, and it answers a very specific problem that if that problem comes to pass, we have a much slower armor gain. So important to keep that in mind. Eventually taking the intrinsic also on the Tiresome Climb once we had the Hell's Banners was a good pick. Big fan of that. That was a good addition. We saw the intrinsic beforehand, but I didn't take it first. And the reason for that is because I didn't have Hell's Banners. I didn't have that guarantee that it would be playable. That's very important. Now, granted, there was a Pyrestone, what is it called? The Firebox, the improved Firebox on Ring 8 that we could have purchased to do the same thing, but it all depends on which order we see relics in, right? We take the answers we're shown when we're shown them, because if we don't, then we lose in case we miss them again. So you have repeating kind of solutions over the course of the run. It's all good. There's a lot of things that can solve this and help it out. It could have been enabled all the same by like a Forever Flame, for instance, just to make my unit free. Right? In that case, I would have just spent my 3 initial Ember on it and been cool with it. So a lot of tools that we could have played. A very good run. Also very glad to have taken the Dark Deal. I think this was a good trade in the end. I'm glad we didn't grab it initially in Ring 2 because that would have been a really awkward setup and we didn't quite know what we were looking for yet. A great example of the same thing shown at different parts of the run is more or less relevant. It's happened multiple times in this run too, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, not much really to add there, I suppose. That's a pretty solid run of Shardtail Queen. A good time, nothing crazy, nothing too high rolly, but nothing too low rolly either. A very solid, what I would call mid roll. So yeah, cool. All right, brings us up to 218 wins in the series. We love to see it, and I will let you go there. So hey, Thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Yeah, take care, y'all. Have a good one.